Good morning. I want to talk about Revelation today. Paul tells us that the ordinances that were in the law of Moses were the shadow or figure of the body of Christ. And that even though the Jews had those oracles in their keeping for over 1,000 years, the eyes of their minds were not open to that knowledge. They didn't see Jesus when he was present with them. Paul says that when men turn to Jesus Christ, then they can see him in the Scriptures. In another place, we learn that what we see of Christ in Scriptures is shown to us so that we can know how to behave. When we're faithful in a little of the revelation of Jesus Christ, more is shown to us. An example of that is the story of Cleopas and another disciple on the road to Emmaus, the day Jesus was raised from the dead. They were on their 7-mile trip from Jerusalem to Emmaus when Jesus joined them. They couldn't recognize Jesus as he opened to them the Scriptures. In other words, as Jesus opened to them the Scriptures, the law, the Psalms, and the prophets, all the things concerning himself, their understanding began to be opened, and they could recognize how Jesus fulfilled all that. Meanwhile, they remained ignorant of his very presence. This could have gone on for 3 hours or more. They walked 7 miles and prepared a meal. Then Jesus gave thanks for the meal, and they knew who he was. On my trips to Emmaus, Scriptures have been opened to me while I thought me and my co-sufferer were by ourselves. And then I hear a familiar phrase. In Luke 10:21, in that hour Jesus rejoiced in spirit and said, I thank thee, O Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that thou hast hid these things from the wise and the prudent, and hast revealed them unto babes. Even so, Father, for so it seemed good in thy sight. Believing in predestination, I'm convinced that the Father in heaven decides when to expose his Son to our understanding. And when he does that, we have a choice to respond to the Father by being obedient to what that of Jesus which he has shown us. And every time he shows us Jesus, reveals Jesus to us in Scriptures, when we go with Jesus that next step, we don't really realize that it's Jesus in our presence, showing us more of Jesus, and thus giving us the opportunity to follow Jesus a little more. And then the Lord gives us opportunities to recognize that we were not alone. Sometimes it seems so long ago, sometimes just like yesterday, since I started down this road, since I walked along this way, Lord, and you know that I can't take it on my own. I need to know I'm not alone. It's only by the light you've shown on me that I can find, oh, that I can find my way home. I recall the first time I saw your face, and I remember all my tears. And looking back now, I can see the grace that has kept me through the years. Lord, and you know that I can't make it on my own. I can't make it on my own. I need to know I'm not alone. I need to know I'm not alone. So we find the light you shone on me, that I can find, oh, that I can find my way